Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio. So this is the beginning of my 100-day project. I decided to do it this year. I've thought about it for a few years and never did anything. And so this year I found out when it was before it happened, put a reminder on my calendar, and decided to go for it. This is actually day 0 because I got this idea of what I wanted to do, and I wanted to make sure it would be feasible to do every day for 100 days. So I figured I would try it out and see how I felt. And it's an idea I've wanted to do for a while, and also thought it would help motivate me to get me moving and walking, taking a break from work every day. And so my 100-day project is to go for a walk, not giving myself a time limit or saying it has to be so far or whatever, just to get up and go outside and go for a walk and find an item from nature and take that item back home and do a collage. I know you're seeing watercolor here, but do a collage and incorporate that piece of nature. Now you can see there's a few things there. I've been kind of picking things up as I've been walking anyway, because I've always wanted to do this. So I have a few things. I do plan to pick things up every time, but we're still expecting snow. So I think it's good to have some spare objects in case my walk ends up being out to the front porch and back. Because I don't want to trek through the snow. So I did do a watercolor background. I was thinking I wanted that watery edge. But when it gets done, the watercolor is kind of pointless or meaningless. So I haven't done on any scents. But yeah, I am doing them every day, and I'm posting them every day. It started on the 13th. I have not posted a picture of this one because this one was day 0. I was going to post it, but I never did. So you'll get to see this one for the first time today. And the plan is to use my jelly prints or painty papers or what have you to create this collage. So I have all kinds of bits and papers that I think are pretty but really don't like this one. I like it, but what do you do with something that looks like that? Well, you chop it up into smaller bits and make it a little bit more interesting because, yeah, focus on the little bits. I think the little bits are pretty. Anyway, so I decided to make that one my background for this particular project. And the bit of nature is a nut, but I'm not sure what kind of nut. I'm looking at it going, oh, it's a little bit heart-shaped. And I don't know if that's how they always look or if it's just that one. I think I remember where I picked it up, so I'll have to look at that tree in the spring, see if I can figure it out. And my original plan was to do maybe 5 of the cards on each video. That would not keep me up. But this one only has 2 of the cards, day 0 and day 1. I was hoping that this project would be quick. And it is still pretty quick. And some of them are quicker than others. This one took a little longer because I wasn't sure what I was doing. But they've been taking me at least 30 minutes or so. And so maybe some of the other ones I'll get more in, but this one only has 2 because I'm starting to record this voiceover at 11 p.m. at night, the doctor's appointment in the morning, and I want this to be up tomorrow morning as well. So I figured better to just do a couple so I'm not here all night long uploading my video. The piece of jelly print paper I'm putting on there now was like cleaning up. You know when you put a stencil on your gel plate and you want to get rid of the stuff in between? It was that piece of paper that just, I mean, it was interesting but super busy. But I still like it. And I'm not sure if it's Patty Tolly Parrish's stencil or if it's Robin McClendon's stencil. I have both, I think. And a random bit of Tim Holtz tissue. There, just like that. Just like stack it all on there. I kind of like that. So now I got to remember what I did and glue it down. And yes, my paper that I'm using to glue is also painty paper. It's pretty too. May end up on one of these days. So did any of you commit to do a 100-day project? If you did, share what you're doing. Let me know. It'd be fun to see what other people are creating. I know I'm following the hashtag on Instagram, but there's so much stuff I don't catch it all. But let me know what you're doing. Sorry that jumped a little bit. It's normal. I think my camera stopped recording and I didn't notice. Sorry, my fingers are sticky. That little piece of fabric is like sticking to me. Okay. So I decide where I want it finally, and I put little dots of glue. If I'd have known they were going to leave such a big mark, I probably wouldn't have done it. But there it is. You can see, you can't tell now so much, but in the close-ups you'll be able to tell the little dots. And sorry, it's done now. Again, my camera. Okay, so here is day 1. I picked up this pine cone. That was really hard to get it out of there. So I edited for time because that just took forever. It did not want to come out. Now I want to trim off the rough edges of it. So I'm taking the scissors to it. So yeah, all I'm going to put on this is the one. They're called scales. I looked it up. I had to check. One pinecone scale is going on this. And I decided it needed a little blinging up. So we're going to take my Aztec gold paint and bling up the end of that. And I was looking for that Aztec gold. It's got to be right here somewhere. I set it down. I was messing with it. And now I can't find it. But I have other gold. In fact, one of the pages I did the other day, because I couldn't find my Aztec gold, got a little brighter gold. And then I thought it was too bright. Alright, so now I'm finding elements to put onto this page. And I'm just trying to decide how much of that I want. That is a photocopy of a journal that belonged to my great aunt. I think she was it was her trip to Europe. Kind of fun to read from way back. It's really fun to read because I actually went to some of the same places that she went. Apparently tourism then and now is still the same. I think it's in Lucerne, there's I want to say a shopping center. There's a store, and apparently they have the inn with the tour buses. And the tour buses give you a coupon to go in there and pick up a free collector spoon. You know, the spoon, I don't know if any of you know about collecting spoons, but I used to do it back when I was young, and of course I converted to pins because they're much smaller, but I wanted the spoon, so I went in there and got the spoon and everything, and my mom, who wasn't on this part of the trip with me, wanted a doll, so we picked up a doll for her. And when my aunt passed away, I got her spoon collection. And she has the exact same spoon from the exact same store. And it was the same trip that is in her journal. But her spoon looks like a silver spoon, and mine looks like a cheap piece of sheet metal. But it's the same store, and it has the same little logo on it. And that's just kind of fun. I have mine and hers together, and you can see the difference. They're in a box somewhere. I don't have them out. Well, I do know where they are, but it's not going to end up pictured on this video. Well, unless I'm motivated to go over there and do that. What time is it now? 11:11 p.m. at night. That would be fun to see, though. Okay. I'll be back in a second. Okay, here they are. Mine is the shiny one. Hers is the dark one, because hers is silver and mine is probably stainless steel. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I didn't realize they both said Rolex on there, but they do. Back to my art project, and stop going off on a tangent. I should polish all of her spoons, though. They're very dark, and they probably need to be polished. It was fun looking at those. I haven't... Oh, and the store was Bucherer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. In Lucerne. I even have the box that it came in. That was fun. Little memory lane for a minute. Oh my gosh. Never gonna get to sleep tonight. So I cut off a section of this long purple strip and then decided I wanted it longer. So I just cut it in half, and we'll expand it underneath the other layer. I think this is deli paper. Deli paper or tissue paper. Let's see, I'm doing that just so that it peaks above. And I'll just glue it to the top of that. See, that's a good way to, if you have a piece that you want on there and you just don't have quite enough, nobody's going to know that it doesn't go all the way through unless you misalign it terribly. I think it's okay. Not horrible in the alignment. So I plan on every other video being these, unless I run out of other things to create, or this just gets so overwhelming that this is all I end up doing for the next 100 days. Hope it doesn't drive you crazy, but I love my little collages. At least so far. And we're on day 6. Let's see. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Day 7. I'm sure I have 7 of them. So I decided to make that pine cone scale look a little bit like a necklace. So I'm gonna put some thread in here and make it look like a necklace. That's the chain. I decided to deal with this part first. I'm gonna glue that down and hold the string down with it, and then once that's done, I'll tighten it up. And I actually put this on here and walk away, and then later I straighten it, just so that it would be good and solidly down on there. Got it a little twisted. I end up unthreading it and twisting it back, but you don't have to sit through that part, because it'll all be nice and straight when I come back. Boom, nice and straight. So I just decided I needed something up there. I didn't want anything too dark, but I just wanted a little something up there. And not necessarily to cover the holes, just because I wanted something there. But it seemed weird to put it there and not cover the holes, so I'm covering the holes. And I decided to use the uneven bit, just to create a little bit of imbalance. And there we have it. Well, I hope you liked this video. I hope you like my 100 days project, little exercise, and a little art. If you did, leave me a comment or a thumbs up. And as always, have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.